I'm gonna react to the dark truth of S Club 7. I never heard of this. I think it's a group. If it is, I never heard of them. Never heard of them before. So yeah, we about to watch what they about.
Yes Club 7 was formed as a sibling group to the Spice Girls. Although never exactly replicating the impact of Spice Mania, they were a popular group within their own right. In recent history, their fun bubblegum pop music has taken a backseat to controversy, financial issues, and even tragedy. They have a story that is much darker and complicated than their image would let on. Simon Fuller is the mastermind behind S Club 7. The S in S Club 7 quite literally stands for his name. He employed much of the same team and used the same tactics he had utilized on the Spice Girls to extend the group further. But the Spice Girls and S Club 7 were dramatically different groups with totally different appeals. S Club 7 is a unisex group with a mind-numbingly bubblegum image and 7 members. According to allegations,
There's 3 guys and mad girls uh, in that group. You know, one black guy, two white guys, and all those girls are white. You know.
Simon set out to find members for the group that were submissive and easy to handle. Given that the Spice Girls were the polar opposite and were often defiant and
Well, there could be another black person in that group. I
loved to be in control, Simon allegedly wanted a manufactured group that he could easily control, and after holding auditions and carefully selecting members, he got one. According to members, they got along pretty well at the beginning. Obviously, 7 different personalities, especially young personalities, would eventually cause for some type of tension. The original lineup was made up of Paul Cattermole, Don Lee, Joe Amira, Hannah Spirit, Rachel Stevens, Tina Barrett, and Bradley McIntosh.
Oh yeah. Oh no. There's only one black person in that group. Damn. Okay.
The group was propelled to the spotlight at the hands of a show in the late 90s and early 2000s, before this format would ultimately become a blueprint for young Disney and Nickelodeon stars for generations to come. It seemed that Simon wanted to make the group bona fide multimedia personalities, and it worked. They used the same team that wrote the Spice Girls movie for the show. The show was titled Miami 7, and it showed the group as struggling artists in Miami, working through customs they weren't used to. In the show, they ultimately performed songs from their real-life debut album, so it was a form of cross-promotion. Think shows and movies like Big Time Rush and the Cheetah Girls. Before they became a thing, Miami 7 used a similar method. Their 1999 album, released at the height of the teen pop wave, was a success, although far more profitable in Europe. They had hits like the Jackson 5 inspired song Bring It All Back, the self-referential song S Club Party, Think Backstreet's Back, and 2 in a Million. Their music, at least when they first began, put the sugar in sweetness. There was absolutely no edge to them. Even more than teens, their music felt much more pre-adolescence. Their second album, 7, released in 2000, was as equally successful as their first, and featured their big American breakthrough, Never Had a Dream Come True, making its way to the number 10 position in the States, perfectly capitalizing on the big power ballad trend.
Okay.
Their 2001 album, Sunshine, was where things began to unravel for the group. Although they still had hits, some that were much cooler than their previous hits, such as the techno-lad and Don't Stop Movin', the group had extremely hectic schedules that involved promos, shows, and ultimately touring. Not to mention the group had its own spin-off, which were then known as S Club Juniors, put together in a similar manner as the original group. Paul Cattermole eventually decided to leave the group after this album cycle, citing the group's smothering management as a prime reason. The group also wasn't satisfied with some of the direction of their later singles, because they wanted to establish a more mature image. Paul and fellow band member Hannah were also involved in a relationship that would last for about 5 years, even extending after Paul's departure. After Paul left the group's name was changed to S Club. Their fourth and final album, Sing Double, was worlds away from their steady chart-topping success. even though they had a movie to coincide with the album for promotion. Things took an even further turn once Jo O'Mara decided to step back from the group due to her painful back condition, and slowly the bubblegum group at their prime began to fade. The group consistently denied that they were splitting up until the very end. Until eventually they did. In 2003, they confirmed their breakup, and it wasn't exactly smooth sailing after the members decided to leave the group behind. That same year, reports of the group allegedly being underpaid hit the media. On top of their hectic schedule, it was reported they also had to do things like laundry and make their own food while traveling. While the group had raked in tens of millions of dollars, they were allegedly only receiving slightly north of £100,000 each. Paul had hopes of reigniting his heavy metal group Squaw after he left S Club 7, but the group never landed a record deal, and the crowd numbers were abysmal. It wasn't all bad though. Rachel Stevens arguably had the most prolific solo music career breakthrough of the group. She signed a $1.5 million deal with Polydor Records and Simon Fuller. Her debut album Funky Dory was a modest success.
Funky Dory, Rachel Stevens.
Her signature hit, Sweet Dreams My LAX, landed her at the top of the charts. Jo O'Mara joined Celebrity Big Brother in 2007, which could have been an opportunity to relaunch her career. Instead, she landed herself in hot water after being accused of being racist to Indian contestant Shilpa Shetty. O'Mara in particular claiming that Indians were sick all the time and thin because they didn't know how to cook properly. The backlash was swift and immense, with many sponsors pulling out of the show and canceling sponsorships with Big Brother contestants. O'Mara ultimately blamed it all on editing and claimed that she's not racist. Bradley McIntosh attempted to upstart a solo career shortly after the group disbanded, but ultimately did not succeed. He turned to reality TV, taking part in an MTV show that focused on members of disbanded boy bands. In 2008, S Club 7 was rebooted with just 3 to embark on reunion shows. Paul, Jo, and Bradley named themselves S Club 3 and mainly performed at universities and nightclubs. Eventually in 2014, Paul filed for bankruptcy. In 2018, he auctioned off both of his Brit Awards on eBay to help pay bills. Things were so bad that during his appearance on Loose Women, he didn't have any clothes to wear, so the producers had to give him a shirt so he could do the interview. S Club 7 were allegedly considered contract employees according to several of the members. So basically what that means is that they were not considered members of the group according to the contract. They were just considered employees of Simon. So majority of the money allegedly went to Simon. Paul was outspoken and claimed that Simon was the only one to sign the record deal, not the group members. In 2023, Hannah also came out and spoke about their wages and said that S Club 7 members were not millionaires and that she was homeless.
Damn, bro, like, that's fucked up, bro. Like that's your artist, bro. Like, give your artists deserve some type of recognition. They deserve type of money, but they deserve to be paid, bro. Like y'all be fiending, bro. Let these artists eat, bro. Like, come on, like y'all be fiending, bro. Your artists should get paid too, bro. They work just as hard, bro. They work hard. They bust their ass to perform, man. That's how you gonna do them. That's how y'all bugging. Like, come on, man. That's you would do bad.
They eventually announced a reunion tour that had all 7 members on board, and it was said to be their biggest reunion yet, in celebration of 25 years in the industry. Tragically, Paul Cattermole passed away shortly after the reunion was announced. An abundance of tributes poured in, and Paul received various tributes, including one from Simon Fuller. Hannah did not take Paul's death well. He was ultimately her first love. The group released a public statement addressing Paul's death, as well as Hannah's departure. The Mirror reports she was inconsolable in the aftermath of Cattermole's death, and she decided to drop out of the tour. The group has continued on as a quintet though. Despite what they've been through, they plan on celebrating their time in the industry.
That's the vid. So yeah, bro. Let me know what y'all think about this This group S Club 771. I think that's the group. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this group. I never heard of their music, never in my life. But if y'all have, and if y'all watching this, like, comment down below what is your favorite music of them, bro. Alright, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. We're just checking out you are.